Hey guys, so Rope Live has come out. It's the new fork off of the Rope Unleashed that we've been working with, face swap and stuff. Really cool stuff that's come back. It's even better. This is a branch off of the original repo. So a branch basically means like you have, let's say the first guy that creates the stuff, and then someone takes the open source and they fix it and they do some other stuff, and that becomes a branch off it. So this actually isn't from the exact same developer. It's from some guy that took the original developer's code and fixed it up, and I'm telling you, it's good. Okay, so as you know, Rope has been one of my favorites, and we promote that. You can actually get the software over on our Patreon site for like $5. You get going on this stuff. But they have done some cool stuff. So let's pop over here really quick. I'll show you some just some quality issues that they've improved on. Let's see if we can get over to our thing here really quick. Pardon me for kind of flubbing around here a bit. Okay, so here is a great example. So one of the things that they've done is they've upgraded the actual video quality of the stuff. So this is just a normal one that you would put in here. They've added higher face restoration. So this is like the kind of technology you use when you're restoring old photos. They put one up which is super high quality, which actually cartoons it a little bit. You can see there, but they're really moving towards high definition and really getting lines in your face. This is at what's called GP512. This is really good restoration here. And you're going to actually find that with this application, you can literally upgrade the videos that you're putting in there. So a lot of you have had questions about saying, like, how come my videos are coming out a little bit blurry or like so good? This takes it to the next level. You're going to actually find out that the stuff that you're working on, the quality is going to go up. So I'm going to walk you through some of the new features they've added, some of the new layout, which makes it easier, and we're going to actually show you how to install this on your own as well. But first, before we do that, go ahead and like this video, please, and share it so other people can get at it, and follow the channel because it really does help the community as we're all learning this stuff. So we're going to pop into this, but first let's go ahead and just show you how to install this. This is a different install, so if you are using the one click on the other, we're going to have a new one click for you that you can get over on our site as well. But first, so what we're going to do is pop back over to the internet, and what we're going to do is we're going to do a search for Rope Live Get. All right, so we're going to pop that up there. Let's see if I can get my video to show here. There we go. Okay, so we're going to, why is that showing that? That's interesting. Okay, anyway, so we're going to go here, and we're going to look for this Argent Spin Rope Live. Now, what's exciting about the reason they call it Rope Live is that, as you'll see, it focuses on actually using the webcam. So by the end of this video, I'm going to actually show you how to do real-time face swapping with your camera and how to use your OBS software to record it as well. So, but as usual, what we want to do is we want to scroll down here, and this is going to be for an NVIDIA build, although you can run this with your CPU or with TensorRT, so that's all groovy stuff there. But let's scroll down here to the installation. It says, same thing, open a folder in which we want to install it. Okay, we're going to clone the repository. So, as usual, a lot of times we get into this and we just look at the repo and we just say, oh, I just got to get everything. But we don't want to necessarily get everything unless the installation tells us to. So, let's go ahead, open up our terminal window. Okay, I'm going to pop on over to my E drive, and I'm going to put this in a temp directory, so I'm going to type mkdir temp. That means make directory temp. Okay, it looks like it already exists, so I'll just type cd temp now, which means change directory, and we're going to go in there. Okay, and it looks like I have one file in there that has 0 things. So I just deleted that by typing DEL and then that period. That period means everything. Okay, so let's clear this screen, and we're going to paste this in here. So we're going to get clone. So that means we're going to pull down the whole repository, and it's going to create a directory called rope live. So let's go ahead and let that go. So that's going to download. Okay, then we can actually see our instructions over here. I think that we actually can. Let me just double check it. Yep, we can. So we'll give this a second to download. My internet is a little bit slow today because I'm actually on vacation. I'm not at home on my piece de resistance internet. So we'll let this rip. And as we twiddle the thumbs, we contemplate pausing the video here. This actually is not a very big repo, but like I said, my internet's just not that great. So maybe we'll just pause this for a second. We'll be right back. And of course, the moment I paused it, it finished. So let's go over here, and we can see our instructions to the left here. So let's just follow them. It says CD rope live. So we're going to actually change directory to get into the directory we just cloned. Okay. Now, nice thing, remember we have to set up our virtual environment. So it has actually, the instructions actually have it, but notice it's having us use Python 3.1013. So we're just going to assume that if it's asking for a particular Python, that it probably is best just to use it. So let's copy that, paste that into there. Now mine's going to say that mine's already created. Yours won't, because I've done this before. So I'm just going to put no, but you'll press yes. And then it will install your environment, okay? So the next thing you got to do is you got to activate that environment, because it doesn't do any good to create an environment if you don't activate it. All right, now you can see over here, it says rope. So we are in their virtual environment. Whatever we install in here will keep our main system. Now, you're going to notice over here it doesn't say anything about the, well, actually here it is, the CUDA runtime. So normally what we would do is we would do something like conda install -c NVIDIA CUDA toolkit equals 11.8. But they already have it set up for us over here. So we're just going to go ahead and copy what they've got. So they've got a nice CUDA runtime set up for us. So we'll just go ahead and click that. You paste that into there. So it's setting up your runtime. It's setting up your deep neural network. And I'm not sure what GPUtil does, but basically what this is doing is it's setting up all of your fast stuff. It's getting your GPU set, so it's going to do some big stuff. Okay. Now, so mine's already been installed, so yours will take longer to do that. It'll probably download if it has to. But then we go back over here. We're going to copy this Python-m pip install, so that what we're doing is we're saying that we want to run a Python command. And that -m means that we're going to run the command as a module, so like a little app within the app. What's the app we're running? We're running pip, which is the package installer. And what do we want pip to do? We want it to install some packages. And then this -r means that we're telling it we are going to install from a file, and the file being called requirements.txt. Okay, so we go ahead and enter on that, and that will go through, and it does all, again, mine's already been done. Okay, so now you've actually install this thing. It was literally that simple. The first time you run this, it's going to download some models. So if we type, let's type CLS to clear the screen. Let's type DAR and let's see what it's got. So we can see here rope bat. So that's the one we're going to want to run. So all we have to do is type rope, okay? And it's going to start to load itself up. Now mine has already been preloaded, so it loaded up pretty fast. Yours will take a little bit of time as it goes, because it's got to download the models first and get all your pre-stuff, but then you're in the system, okay? So, but here's the trick. Being in the system actually isn't quite enough. So it does download some models, but it actually requires us to do something as well. So let's pop back over to here, and you're going to see to get access to all the features of Rope. So we can get the basics here by doing what we've done, but to get all of the upgrades, to be able to use the resolution stuff, we have to actually download some more models. So what we have to do is go back to here and go download the models from here. And what it's going to do is going to bring us over to this Microsoft OneDrive. Now you've got, I think there's 30 files in here, so this gets a little bit tedious. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to click it, and then you're going to have to click download. Okay. Now it's going to go over here and it's going to download into your download directory. So you're going to have to do it for all of that. Okay. And then what you do is you pop over to your file explorer, you hit downloads. You're going to find a whole list of them. This isn't them, but let's pretend this was it. You would then highlight all of them. Okay. You'd press Control X, or you'd right click and go up here and hit cut. Okay, so after you've downloaded all of them, you cut them. Then you got to go over to your folder where you installed. You click Rope Live, then you click Models, and then you're going to paste them into here. So I've actually pre-installed it over here. Let's go ahead and go Rope Live Models. And this is what it will look like. Okay, so here I'll just make a copy of this. And we'll go back over to where we installed Rope Live Models. And you will end up with a folder that looks like this. So what you would do at this point is you go back, once it's done, close out your application again. Okay. Let's get these files. Okay, then we go back here, same thing. Now click your rope.bat. It's going to load up again, and this time it's going to have your models loaded, and that's going to be important for over here. Your where's that at? Oh hell! I think I got to make the screen a little bit bigger. Hold on, let's go like this. There we go. So it's going to be important for your face swapper models, and here we go, your restorer types. This is the stuff that really is going to pop and makes the videos or the pictures literally change from this to this. Okay, so huge difference in there. And I'm going to tell you, it makes a big difference too when you're actually trying to do videos and find faces, because actually makes the picture clearer so that the software can find the faces easier. So to do this, start it up, we're going to have to click Select Videos folder. So what we do is we click this, and then you choose a folder to start with. I have one I just call VidRope that I use. And then we need a place to get our face folder, so same thing. Then we have to set up our output folder. So let's click Select Output Folder. Then I have a folder that's just called an out folder, so that way I can keep them a little bit different. All right, so as normal, we have brought up our videos and faces we can use. So I can grab a video here, click Find Faces, click it, and then I make sure it says Swap Faces, and then I can put a face on there. Now this will go a little bit slow because I'm running video as well too, but you can see it popped it in there. But you notice it's not that great of a photo. So here's where this application really shines. They've added there's restorers over here, which they had before, but they weren't as great of quality. I probably should have waited to click on that until I chose something bigger, but let's see what happens here. Yeah, I'm running out of memory a little bit because we're running the video. So let me go ahead and pause the video, and I'll come back so that we don't crash our systems. Uno momento, por favor. Okay, we're back, and we freaked out our system a little bit because I had so much AI stuff going on, and I clicked that button. But you'll notice now that the image is quite a bit better than it was there. So that's all using this restore type stuff over here. So the quality, and that's not even the highest. We go up 512 up to 124. Gets a little bit cartoonish, like I was telling you about. I haven't been able to run 2048 because my system is not powerful enough to run that, which says something because I have a pretty strong system. But you notice we've got different face swapper models up here, so you can play around with these. I'm tempted to click one, but I don't want to trash down the system. You can play with this. I'm going to show you some really quick tips here on using the software, and then I'm going to show you how to use the webcam. The biggest stuff that you're going to deal with, okay, one thing that I don't like about this is you still have to click on here to get this to go up and down. It'd be easier if you could scroll, but if you scroll, you'll notice it will move the bars or whatever you're on, so you still have to kind of fine-tunely grab that. But okay, here's a few things that you need to notice. When you have multiple people in an image, let's say like, okay, here, like that one there. Where was it? Well, you'll notice a similarity threshold. The lower this is, the easier it's going to find faces. So notice it, we marked this to have her face over here, but it's put in here. So when you find things like this, see there, one thing you can do is change the similarity threshold. Okay, so you bring that up, and then in other words, it's going to be more strict about saying the picture needs to really relate to our main one. So any new scene, you can always click find faces, and it will find the different ones in here. If you get too high up into the similarity threshold, you can actually look at that. See, we can get so high up that even though this original one had her, we lost it. So we would have to click on it and then put her on there again. We'd have to go like this and then put her back on there again. Again, my system is running a little slow because I'm doing video, but the main thing is just kind of keep the similarity threshold around 60 to 70 is probably a good place. The next one's going to be, sometimes it's difficult to find a face, so you'll be like doing a scene and you're trying to grab an image in the background of a person and it won't find it. One thing you can do down here is detect score. So I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I know that sometimes if you slide this up, it'll find a face that it wasn't able to find before, and if you slide it down, it'll find a face. So you can play around with that. Okay, if you're, it's like you're sitting there, why won't it find the face? Why won't it find the face? Play around with the detect score and see what it does. Now, one of the things that's really cool here is, let's say you're working on a scene. Let's go to something like this. You know, you're working on a scene, and you've got a face in there, and then you get to the next part, and you're finding that, oh man, I need to change some settings, right? So what often happens, oh, look at that. Oh, there it changed the faces. What often happens is, for one scene, you have to make a change, but then it affects everything else. So like say I need to change, you know, the face adjustment. I need to scale it, or I need to do something or other, right? Well, the problem is it's going to change everything before that. So instead, what you can do is you make your changes. Maybe you have to change your face similarity, right, to a different level, but then that affects some other stuff. So you change it, then you press this button down here, and you add a marker. See, and it puts a marker there. So that means that whatever settings you just changed, they're only going to take place at that marker. So that means you could just go a couple frames ahead, change it back. So now we get back here and let's say, well, that was going to mess up the way it was. So then we put this back to the where we want it. We're here, da-da-da-da. That's interesting. And then we could do another marker. So these markers become powerful because basically you just scroll to a scene that's not working. A lot of these, this one's actually going surprisingly well. A lot of these scenes, when they turn sideways, you know, will mess stuff up. So you get there, fix it, hit that button, and then it won't mess everything else up. So it literally, how it works is as it's running, let's say it's back here and it's running, do, and the settings are here. Then it hits here, settings change, do, settings change, do, settings change. That's actually why this is working better, because I had some preset ones in here. And in fact, that's kind of cool to notice that it's actually saved my settings, which is nice because the software is still not completely perfect. It still crashes, but not like it used to. They have really upgraded this software. Sorry, I'm sitting here with my shirt down. It's a hot, sunny day outside. So the software really has improved. And in fact, I said that to you before, that the software was just going to get better and better. And it has. So this is Rope Live. Let's show you really quickly how to do the webcam. It's going to be a little bit interesting because we've got our stuff going on here, but let's pop back over to our app. Where is our app? And we're going to do webcam. So what we're going to end up doing is clicking the start rope, and that's going to always reset it. But what we're going to find is there's going to be something over here that says webcam. It's not there yet, so here's what we do. This is going to get a little bit weird here with the screen for a second because I have to show the screen that's showing the screen. So we're going to click here. Okay, it's going to bring all this up. Let's move me out of the way. Okay. And let's pop this up. Okay, so sorry, I know that is kind of weirdly confusing. What we want to do is you open up your OBS, and down here it says Start Virtual Camera. We're going to click that, and then we're going to click Stop. That's it. Okay, that's all we got to do. Then we're going to pop back over to our rope. Okay, and now if we click, we're actually going to have to, I'm have to close out our OBS, and then we'll be right back. So you click this, oh damn it, here we go. We click our Start Virtual Camera, then we click our Stop Virtual Camera, then we're going to close out OBS, okay? And then what's going to happen is we're going to go back over to our Rope Live, and we're going to actually see that up here when we click Start, we're going to have a web camera thing. So give me a minute and we will go get that going, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and here's actually what we did. We didn't actually have to close out the program. What you can do is go to your display capture if you're running this like this, or your video capture, and you just double click it, and then you go down here and you can choose your OBS virtual camera, okay? And what that does is it frees up the camera so that rope can work. And where did rope go? Hold on just a second. Okay, well, let's just do it like this. Okay, so now what you'll notice is up here we have, when we press start, it opens this thing that says webcam. So what we'll do is we'll click on that. I'm not certain this is going to work while the video is going, but essentially we'll click this. It's going to pop it up here, so we'll, oh, there we go. And now it looks like it's frozen, but what you do is you just click the play button. There you go, yo, hey. Okay, and then just like anything else, you're going to click Find Faces, click the face, and then you will put Burt Reynolds' face on there. Make sure we click Swap Faces. And this will take just a second because of the camera again, so we'll go turn this off and we'll be right back. Okay, and as you can see, it has now face swapped us in here. But if you're looking at this thing, you're going to see that the picture here is still just showing this thing there. So what we're going to do, we're going to click over here, and all we got to do is click the Send Frames to Virtual Camera. Okay. And notice now I'm being sent over to there. Okay. Now this obviously is a pretty stinky picture, so let's see if we can bust the machine again. Let's go ahead and set the restore type up, and let's go to 256, and let's click this. Look at that. That actually went pretty fast. And now look at the quality change. That's really good stuff, isn't it? Let's see if we can push the limit here. There we go. Now notice it's starting to break down a bit, but you're getting more details. This is really good stuff. Okay. Now up here we've got our webcam resolution, so that helps with the speed of stuff. Maybe you don't need like high def, but look, you can go all the way up to 1920 by 1080, which is close to high def. So again, now notice it brought this back. So all we got to do is press the play button, and then we have to refine the faces. You'll notice the image quality is less because we lessened it. And I will put a face on there. Just take a second here for that. Oh, we got to make sure we click swap faces, and there you go. Okay, same thing. We could change around on this, drop the quality, bring it up the quality. See, now let's click this 124. It's going to go really high quality, but it's going to get a little cartoonish. Let's see. Oh, we might have freaked it out a little bit. So let's see if we can drop that back down. So that was too much for my system there because with all the AI other stuff that's going on. But you notice you got your webcam resolutions. You've got different face swapper models. So you can play around with these. I don't like how that looks. Let's put this one back on there. Let's go over and check one of these other face swapper models. It'll take a second to load because just like anything else you're doing AI, it has to load the model. So do the same thing. We're going to click Find Faces. Now we've freaked the system out a bit again because there's so much stuff going on. Now one of the nice things, I'm not going to click it right now, but you've got this clear VRAM button up here. And you can click that and that'll actually clean up your system if it gets a little bit overwhelmed. While this is loaded, I'll show you a few other things. We've got some stuff they've added up here, keyboard shortcuts that you can click on. It's actually over here. It's going to pop up some of that stuff there so you can see what's going on. They've just really streamlined this application. All these things, if you want to use them, you've got to click it to put it over. I don't really want to go through each one of these things, but again, the main things that you want to be worried about are your detect score, up here your face similarity. Another thing you can do is your swapper resolution, change this to 512. That actually changes the quality of the video and then that you're making. And then you can pull this FFmpeg quality all the way down to 0 as well. So let's get off of this. This isn't working good. Let's go back to our original. There we go. It's working a little bit better. And let's put our quality up just a little bit. All right, so that's pretty much it. This is, we don't need to wait around for this. That's pretty much it. This is the, let's go back to our camera. Let's see if it's going to let us go back to our camera. Hold on. So this is Rope Live. This is the upgrade to the Rope Unleashed we've had. Very, very cool. And as usual, you can, if you want to just get going fast, you can head over to our Patreon site. That's at patreon.com/cognibuild. Okay, you get there. All you got to do is click on your collections. Okay, and you can find it here under member exclusive software. You'll scroll down, find all sorts of good stuff going on here. You got Rope Live. We've got some background removal. All this stuff you get. You just subscribe and you have access to all of this software that you can play around with, get going fast. So there you have it, Rope Live. The stuff's going to just get better and better and better. And this was a huge upgrade. This is such a good stuff. So what I would do if I was you is Rope Unleashed, she's going to the left, and we'll get Rope right coming back the other direction to take her place. This software is awesome. This is #1 software as far as I'm concerned this time. So we'll see what's coming down the pipe. If you have any questions, let me know. Come visit us on the Discord. You can always come chat me up on the Patreon site. Like I said, if you want to get going fast, bam! It's like $5 and you're going. So as always, we'll catch you on the next time. You stay good, and we will see you later.